Hello, everybody. How are you today? I am doing well. Thank you for asking. So, today we are going to be making Rocky Road Fudge. I'm excited to make this because I've been wanting to make it since way before Thanksgiving, and I'm finally doing it. This will be the first time that I'm making it, and hopefully it comes out well because I would like to make this for the holidays to give away as gifts. So let me show you everything that I have in front of me. Okay, so here are all of my ingredients. I have like a half a stick of butter, my chocolate chips, sweetened condensed milk, vanilla, marshmallows, and walnuts.
Okay, everybody, so right here I did go ahead and chop up a bunch of walnuts. I had whole walnuts, so I wanted them in, smaller pieces. So I went ahead and gave those a rough chop. Let me know, you guys, if you have ever made fudge before. I have honestly never made homemade fudge. I've made the fudge in the box, like, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, and it was good, but I've never made it since. So this is my first time really making fudge, and I'm really excited about it. So yeah, I just went ahead and finished chopping up all these walnuts, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started on making the fudge.
I don't know if I'm correct or not, but isn't Rocky Road made with walnuts? From what I remember, it is. I could be wrong, but I swear it's made with walnuts. But the recipe that I have asks for peanuts, and I'm not going to use peanuts today. I have walnuts, so because I swear it is walnuts. I'm not sure though. I just could be wrong. I don't know. I'm gonna have to check it out. But if you know, please let me know. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on making this fudge.
Okay, so right here I went ahead and put in the half stick of butter. You want to melt it all the way before you start adding in the sweetened condensed milk. I'm just following the directions that I have from Pinterest. At the very end of the video, I will take a picture of that recipe and I will put it on here for you guys. That way you guys have the actual recipe if you want to try it. So I'm just melting the butter down. You want to have this, not on quite medium heat, but not on quite low heat either. For me, it's kind of hard to tell because I do have an electric stove, and the settings on here are kind of weird, but I just continue to keep melting that butter down, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pour in the sweetened condensed milk. You guys, let me know some of your fudge recipes if you've ever made it, because I'm so interested on learning new recipes. It would be great to have them on hand. So I put a whole can of sweetened condensed milk in, and then once I'm done doing that, I go ahead and give it a nice stir. And then I add in the chocolate chips. Now, you guys see the side of my chocolate chips right there? I seen it and I'm like, what in the hell happened? So that is from where my spice cabinet is right next to the stove. And I have a feeling from Thanksgiving, the heat from it made them melt. So that was a little upsetting, but it's okay. So I put 3 cups of chocolate chips in, and now I'm just gonna mix. You guys, this mixed together really quick, and I put like a teaspoon of vanilla. So once you put the chocolate chips in, just stir it, stir. it melts down pretty fast. And I was kind of surprised because I thought it was going to be looser than what it was. I thought maybe I did something wrong, but I didn't. It was pretty thick. So once your chocolate chips start to melt, turn off your flame and just keep stirring. I actually believe I moved my my pot to another part of the stove so it was cooler, because I didn't want it to keep cooking, because you don't want to burn chocolate, because that sucks, because chocolate's expensive. So right there I went ahead and turned the flame off and I stirred it. You see how fast it will melt down, super quick. Like it wasn't even, I don't know, a minute and a half maybe. So then I go ahead and add up the 1 cup of chopped up walnuts, and I stirred that in. And then once I was finished with that, I went ahead and put it aside. You do want to let this cool just for a few minutes before you put the marshmallows in, because you don't want your marshmallows to melt. So I went ahead and poured in the marshmallows, and I think it was a 1 cup marshmallows. And then now I'm going to go ahead and pour in the chocolate, and you could tell how pretty thick it is. And still, once again, I thought maybe I did something wrong, but I don't think I did. So I just followed the directions and went from there. So I'm going to continue to just finish that, and then I'm going to stir it all together really well. Try not to stir it to where the marshmallows can melt. You don't want to like constantly, just be touching the marshmallows. You want to just make sure it's all folded in really well together. And then once you're finished there, you're going to pour it into your 10 by 13 baking pan. Now you want a piece of parchment paper or wax paper down on it. You can even use foil, but I use parchment paper. And you want to just fold it in. Don't do what I just did. I had to fix that. I was like, oops, didn't mean for that to happen, but it all worked out fine. So you just want to pour in all of your chocolate. I was having a hard time gripping the bowl because of, the butter and all the, the sweetness to it, the sugariness. I had a hard time gripping it. So you don't have to use a glass bowl. I did. You can use any kind of bowl that you have on hand. It works fine. So then you just want to spread it out evenly in your pan. If you don't have a 10 by 13 and you have a smaller one, that's fine. You can make 2 separate batches. I want to say that you can also use this in a plastic bin, like, a 10 by 13 one, a long one. You probably can use it in that too. I don't see why not, as long as you have your parchment paper, wax, or foil down. I don't think it really matters what kind of pan you use, but whatever you got on hand, use it. It's going to work fine. So yeah, just go ahead and spread that out. And then you're going to garnish with more walnuts and more marshmallows. Now, okay, so for the garnish, especially the marshmallows, after you put them on there, make sure you kind of press them down a little bit so they're actually in the chocolate, because when I was cutting the fudge, once it was done, everything on top just kept falling off. So lesson learned, just press it all down so you make sure that it's all on there. So there it all is. It's ready to go into the refrigerator. You can put this in your refrigerator for a few hours, or you could do it overnight, however you like to do it. I would say put it in there for overnight, because you're going to get a firmer texture. Right here, I had it in for about 3 hours, and I went ahead and cut it up for you guys. And towards the middle, it wasn't as solid as the end was. So, I do recommend putting it in overnight. It gives it a different texture and it tastes different. When I tasted it here, it tasted great, but it was super rich and just chocolatey. When I tasted it again the next day, It was perfect. It tasted great. It wasn't as fudgy as it was the day before, but it was good. It was very, very, very good. So I went ahead and just cut it up for you guys, and you can see all the walnuts and all the marshmallows in there. It actually came out really nice. I absolutely loved it. And here is the final product. It was really good, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you decide to make it. And please stay safe out there. Don't work too hard, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.